Welcome to the COMC Community Spotlight Show, of course, presented by the great folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. And we've got a big wig with us today, a big stud, the big stud of the city of Osage Beach. Mayor Michael Harmison, thank you, sir, for coming by.
My pleasure, Chris. Happy to be here.
You are looking great.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. No, old wrestler from Iowa, and I've for 40 years, fat, skinny, fat, skinny, fat, skinny. The older you get, the harder it is to go skinny. And gave up booze a little over, a year or 2 months ago, just because, no big reason. I just thought, I don't need it anymore. And just no big secret to it, eating right and working out and living kind of a healthy lifestyle. So I feel good. Thank you.
Good for you. You look fantastic.
Well, thank you.
That's amazing. It's funny, wrestling, that's one of the things, you have to make weight.
Oh, yeah.
And so you got to find ways to lose weight sometimes,
well,
right? So.
And I just turned 62, so back in the early 80s is when I wrestled, and we cut weight the wrong way.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to hear now they do it. At least they weigh in now like an hour before. We used to weigh in the morning at 7 a.m. We didn't have to wrestle till 7 p.m. We would literally be 10 to 12 pounds heavier by the time we wrestled, and then have to do it again 2 days later.
Yeah.
So glad they do it right now.
That's rough on the body,
yes, it is.
doing that. So you've been mayor for what?
3 years.
3 years. Have you enjoyed it?
I have. It's been an experience. For those that don't know, I wasn't really a politician.
Yeah.
With Harmy's Cheese Store, I built a new building out back, and when I made the new building, it seemed to me at the time that I was fighting with the city about a lot of government overreach and things that I didn't agree with, and so rather than just complaining about it, I ran against the system, and I've had the leisure now of seeing both sides. Obviously, with growth and expansion and business, you need to have rules and regulations and safety. But my goal, and I'm still working towards it, is take some of the handcuffs off, let developers develop, while keeping in line some of the things that you have to.
Yeah.
And but I've been able to see both sides of it. Some of my concerns were warranted, some of them weren't, and I keep saying I dumb things down so I can understand it. And quite frankly, sometimes the answer is no.
Yeah.
But rather than just saying no, customer service is huge to me. Go out and talk to that citizen or that developer and say, the answer is no right now, and here's why.
Yeah.
How can we now make that answer yes and help them get to make it yes?
Okay. Have you enjoyed it?
I have.
Okay, good.
I have.
That's a key.
And I enjoy it. Our staff going into the office, and I'm pretty much there every day, and we have a great staff, and I don't just say that tongue-in-cheek because I was a salesman forever and traveled 60,000 miles for 14 years, and I didn't go to an office environment very often. So that was new for me, but we really do have a good staff, and we get along well, and we're like a family, and like a family, we don't always agree.
Right.
And sometimes there's heated discussions, but we do a pretty good job of after the heated discussion and we come up with a workable solution, then work together for the common good of Osage Beach.
That's very good. Okay, so a couple of the big things you've got going on I wanted to update people on. And those two things being the Outlet Mall and the Oasis Theme Park. And there are some other things, and hopefully we'll have time to talk about that. But those are the two things everybody is buzzing about. So let's start with the Outlet Mall. Who is the new ownership group, and are they getting things done?
They are, and kudos. Chris Foster came to us a few years ago, and to go back a little bit, at one time they came to us with a plan and just didn't work, and it wasn't anybody's fault necessarily, but I think people will tell you we had a strained working relationship. A lot of times the press was played against the city at the time. And we let him know that this was not going to be allowed. Let's just throw the facts out the way they are. And he has done a great job. And so he came to us months ago and said, here's what we want to do. And no sour grapes from what happened before. And we meet monthly. And they said they would like to do this to the mall. And basically what it is keep some of those successful stores that are there now. And refurbish some of the buildings and move them in there. Let them flourish, because there's some stores that nationwide do very well in that mall.
Yeah.
But it's an eyesore. And so in doing that, they were looking for an anchor to bring in other businesses, and they landed Bass Pro.
That's a good anchor.
That's a great anchor. And it was funny, a couple of months ago, they told me that Johnny Morris and Bass Pro wants to come to town, but they wanted to make the announcement. and they were going to follow their lead, but he might want to call you sometime. And so my wife and I were coming back from a grandbaby run in Iowa, and I got a 417 number, and I answered it, and the lady said, Johnny Morse would like to say hi to you. Do you have a couple minutes? And I said, yeah, I think I'll make a couple of minutes.
Right.
And he called, and he just said, Mayor Harmison, I said, I wanted to thank you so much for all you did and to support our Bass Pro. We're so excited to come to Lake of the Ozarks. I said, well, thank you so much, Mr. Morris. How are you doing? He goes, Johnny's doing just fine. And we started talking about grandkids, but he just said he's been wanting to come to the lake for a long time. He's looking forward to it. And so with the announcement of the Bass Pro, which we had to keep silent, and the city's real good about transparency, but again, sometimes there's legal reasons you just can't say.
Sure, absolutely.
So we were chomping at the bit to announce it. Rumor gets out, and you can't say yes or no, but no, he said he's looking forward to meeting me personally and shaking my hand, and quite frankly, I haven't done a lot other than help to support it, but the Foster Development Group has done a really nice job. With him announcing their anchor, they're able to get some other junior anchors.
Yeah.
And the plan right now at the back side of the mall, which is closest to 54,
Yeah.
a lot of those trees at 54 will come down.
Okay.
They're going to be at the back side of the mall right in the middle, and then the junior anchors beside them. So when anybody comes into Osage Beach, they're going to see up on the hill the Bass Pro, the junior anchors, and then out from that, they're looking at possible another hotel, a little entertainment district, keeping some of the existing stores, and so just exciting things.
It really is. How soon is this all going to happen? Is it going to be phases or all at once?
The rules or the regulations that they're right now, and don't quote me on the exact date, for about a year from now, they expect to have the pad, meaning the concrete structure down of a 75,000 square foot building. So that's a year from now, and then a year from that, the Bass Pro will build the building. So a year from now for starting to build the Bass Pro, a year from that should be open. So we're like 2 years from now, we should see a whole new, different building.
Will the stuff around it be in before or after?
Yes, they'll need to start moving the things up front so they can work on in the back. And I've seen some of the designs. It'll be a different look to it, more of an updated look, and they'll stay open. But with that along with the Oasis, we are going to turn into a year-round destination. And maybe, January, February, maybe not so much, but Christmas events, Thanksgiving events, the old shopping, and online ordering has hurt a lot of malls. But I think people are ready to get back into the socialization. There'll be a couple restaurants and bar where they can enjoy that, and they can shop and have a good time, and the Christmas tree lighting and all that sort of stuff.
Is there going to be a special off-ramp off of 54 to go into the mall?
Yeah, not from existing 54, but from the business 54, yes. They're looking at doing another road into there, turning lanes, all that sort of stuff. And that's another thing too, both developments, what the city has done a really good job of hiring third-party experts, people that do road studies or construction studies or impact studies. And one thing we do a pretty good job with is when developers come to us and want to do something, they have to provide upfront money for a redevelopment agreement, and we use that money to hire study groups that are specialized in those to make sure that we can handle the overflow. The city doesn't just bring in all the developers and hope we can handle the traffic, hope we can handle the sewage, hope we can handle the...
Yeah.
They do a really
It's not
nice
a good
job.
thing to hope for.
No, they do a really good job, and not that surprises won't happen, but they do a really good job as a whole, and to make sure we try to get as much as that done so we can welcome them with open arms and keep developing.
Do we have an image yet that people can go to look at to see what the plan is?
Not as of yet. They have not officially come to the city asking for any assistance as of yet. And once they do that, then it'll be made public. So I'm hoping that'll be in the next few weeks.
Cool. Greatness. Okay, so it's Mayor Michael Harmison from the city of Osage Beach. So there's the Outlet Mall story and news. We're going to talk about the Oasis Theme Park when we come back on the COMC Community Spotlight Show. At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic and 2 pediatricians with same-day appointments available. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone with 5 primary care locations conveniently located across the Ozarks. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission. If you love the lake, you gotta love Lake TV. Welcome back to the COMC Community Spotlight Show, talking with Mayor Michael Harmison, City of Osage Beach. When you ran for mayor, your motto, your theme was "Make Osage Beach Great Again."
Yeah, and then somebody nationally stole that.
Yeah, I don't know who stole that from you, but you have kind of lived up to that. I mean, big things have been happening in your city since you took over.
Well, and I appreciate that. I do, and quite candidly, getting the right people on the bus is what it's all about. And I've been reading a book recently called Good to Great, and it was given to me by our new public works director. And it goes in there to talk about that, you can have a bus going someplace, and a lot of people on that bus need to know where it's going. But you need to have the right people on the bus. And even if you have the right people on the bus and you have to divert a little bit, they're going to be fine. And since I've become mayor, I've appointed a new city administrator. We got a new public works director, new HR, we have a new assistant city administrator. And not that the others weren't good at that, but we've developed a team that have really been able to say, okay, for the next 10, 15 years, here's the direction. And we've had a very good team on that bus. And so I appreciate the credit, but a lot of it has to do with the people that are on the bus, and we're working towards it.
Absolutely. Okay, so we learned about the Outlet Mall. A few minutes ago, you kind of gave us the update on that. The other huge development in Osage Beach is the Oasis Theme Park. And this has run into some delays, whether construction delays or weather delays. There was a delay with the condos that had to be taken care of.
Timeshares.
The timeshares, there you go. And that timeshares really backed things up.
It did. And there could be finger pointing. The developer was, Jeff Tegetoff, has been very forthright. He even said one time, run towards the roar. So if there is a problem, run towards it rather than away from it. And he will tell you right now that was a sticking point. One of the big problems there, we had about 1,100 or 1,200 deeded property.
Yeah.
And legally they had to have every deeded property sign off. Some of those deeds, they couldn't find the owners. They had passed on. Several years ago, there was a fire in one of the condos. They had insurance checks sitting in escrow that they didn't know what to do with.
Wow.
When they first opened, there were some people that purchased their timeshare, but they had some offer where they could spend so much money and not have to do the annual fee, so they were just gone.
Huh.
So they had to figure all of that out. There was no eminent domain. It was a workable sale, and so that delayed it about a year. And then you had the weather and then financing. I mean, this is a very big project, and Cole Bradbury, our city administrator, hats off to him and our whole legal team, because they did do a TIF, and we can argue about that at a different show, but that place will generate so much tax revenue to all the taxing districts when it was not a producing tax real estate for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And so the bonds are out for sale now. Most of the rides are sitting on the ground. I got a team coming in February and March that they said they can put the rides together in 6 weeks.
Wow.
And I would call it like an erector set. They're sitting on the ground and put them together.
Yeah.
So it's happening. They didn't go bankrupt. People are being paid. The bonds are out for sale, and that's going to be about a $490 million project. And it's going to be revenue producing. Step A year from now, the theme park should be up and going. The Ferris wheel, I'm looking forward to Christmas and seeing the Ferris wheel. And the joke had been from day one, Branson used to tout their Ferris wheel had 1 million in lights. So I've told the developer we want 1 million and one here.
Right.
So Ferris wheel will be up and going, and then a year from that you'll have the Marriott, and that's a 401 or 2 rooms, and a tunnel from there to the 46,000 square foot indoor water park. And I keep telling people too, Las Vegas started with a single casino, and then people thrived off each other. So sheer numbers alone, it's not going to take away from other businesses. It's going to make a smaller business flourish.
Yeah.
And when people pull out of the Oasis, 500,000 people a year, they're going to turn left or right. And that's just going to help the other businesses. And with the tax dollars we get from the tourists, we can really focus on our locals. And we've done a lot with our park, recreation, and it's just we're moving in the right direction.
So they've been working on the rides and everything, and those are ready to go pretty much.
They're in canisters sitting on the ground, ready to go.
There you go. And the Ferris wheel, same thing, or is there
In pieces.
is there a time frame? They want to have the theme park open late summer of 26.
Correct.
Okay. Correct. So they're shooting for that. Correct. And then the Marriott next door, 27.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And the water park would be 27?
27 also.
Okay. And how about the parking structure?
That should be 26. In fact, that's being built as we speak. 854 semis will bring that down from Mount Pleasant, Iowa. It's being built and casted up there, and they'll bring it down. They'll put it in sections, and I believe it's 6 stories above ground, two below.
Okay.
And that'll help with shootout, which is here, and so it'll be good.
Absolutely. Okay. So that is all coming, all good. Nobody's given up on anything yet, and not going to happen. In fact, I heard somebody say this is the biggest single project in the state of Missouri history, I think.
I believe it. Close to $500 million.
Yeah.
As I go out talking to different people, and we just got back from Missouri Municipal League, MML, and we were the talk of the state. And little Osage Beach is right at about 5,000 people, a little shy. And over the course of the next 2 years, we're going to have about $1 billion with a B dollars in development.
Yeah.
We're tackling the sewage smell. That's always first thing that comes out on Facebook is the smell.
Right.
We have probably the most complicated sewage system in the United States, and I don't say that, that's just a fact. You talk about most towns of our size will have 2 or 3 lift stations. We have about 1,400. Woo. And it's a pressurized system with most of it being 85% pressurized, so it needs to move stuff from here to there pressurized rather than downhill. Yeah. And our new public works director's done a really nice job. We have some microscopic bugs. They're in the system now, and they're working, monitoring how they work. Our capacity levels are good. Ourselves and Lake Ozark on a joint sewer board, and we have capacity even during July, about 50%. So the struggle has been, it was an aging system, but we were been reactive, but now we're becoming proactive. Things that have 2 pumps, maybe one time we had 1, but we're getting everything up and going again, and sometimes the bugs need to be dialed up or dialed down, but things are getting better.
There you go. Another big thing people have talked about, Anglers Outpost. What's going on with that?
That's I always tell people, right down from Harmy's Cheese Store, Anglers Outpost. It's about a $10 or $12 million project. It's basically a hotel for boaters. The concept is the owners, one of them, he's a professional bass fisherman. They go to a town, and where do you park your boat? They've got thousands of dollars worth of sonar. They've parked someplace. Where do you charge your batteries? Where do you wash everything off? Where do you sleep? Well, it's 4 units, phase 1. Each unit will be 2 stories high, 60 feet long. The concept is boaters can pull their boat in if they want to leave it attached, or 2 boaters can back their boats in, drop their boat inside, walk upstairs, and they have their own bedroom on both sides, kitchenette in the middle, a little rustic restaurant and lounge right there, and wake up early next morning, be on the water, and not have to worry about theft or charging the battery and so forth.
Can't beat any of that, right?
No, it's just beautiful.
Okay, so you've got another election coming up. Are you planning to run again?
I am. I at one time had thought about maybe going to the state, but kind of put that out that I might be doing that. But my wife and I had to sit down over Christmas, and my cheese store, I need to be there. We had a big expansion, and most of the lake has been down in revenue lake-wide, sheer numbers, and I need to spend more time there. Plus, she's retired now, and she wants to travel. And quite frankly, we have so much going on here, I want to stick around and see it through, whether that's another 2 years, 4 years, 10 years.
You've started a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, so as long as the public wants me here, I'll keep running. And if you don't want me here, come talk to me.
Right.
Let me know why.
Is your office door open?
Always. My cell phone is right on our website, osagebeach.org. And call me, text me. I'll be happy to meet you for coffee. So.
All right. And if people want more information, where do they go?
Just go to the City of Osage Beach website, and you'll see, modern day technology, you Google anything, but Mayor Harmison, it'll show my address, my cell phone number. You can call or text me, and my door's always open. Cool.
Mayor Michael Harmison, Osage Beach. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for joining us for Lake TV's COMC, Community Spotlight Show.
You're watching Lake TV.